Alright, hey everybody, Jeff here. So, I've been thinking recently about doing a video, and I was going to show, hadn't had a ton of new stuff come in, so I thought, well, I could show, I have a very limited collection of 7 inches. I thought about doing one on that. I knew I had some stuff coming in, but I have a lot of pre-orders out there. Actually, here's the thing. Okay, so, yeah. You can get kind of nuts, obviously, with this music buying stuff. And so, it's easy to pick up a thing here and a thing there, and you go out and grab a sale here and a sale there. But recently, and most of you all may not even be aware of this, because it's in the Christian metal community. If you've watched any of my videos for any length of time, and some of the other guys that collect some of the Christian rock and metal, you've heard of the music labels, Rock's Music. Scott Waters does a lot of artwork for these guys. You got Rocks, you've got Retroactive Records, and you've got Girder Music. Those are kind of like 3 of the big names, and they're big stores out there that sell a lot of the Christian metal, and their reissues, and they're re-releasing stuff on CD, and now they're re-releasing stuff on vinyl. Well, recently they did a limited run vinyl series where they're putting out like 150 to 200 copies of some just amazing classic Christian albums from the past. And so when you run smaller quantities, of course the price has to go up. And so, they're limited edition, they're colored, they're, pressed for vinyl for the first time. Some of them are first time ever on vinyl. And so they're running $35 to $39 a piece. And a couple weeks ago, they put out, between the 3 companies, it's a joint effort between the 3 companies. Between the 3 companies, they put out 6 releases. And then like a week later, I don't know, it was a week later, 2 weeks later, last week, they put out 3 more for pre-orders. So, I jumped on them. I think I bought pre-ordered every one except one. There's one of the releases that just wasn't appealing to me, not something in my genre of desired wants. So anyway, that kind of tapped me out. That was a lot. So you got all these pre-orders out there, and I've already got a lot of other pre-orders out there from some of these same labels, that it becomes kind of hard to keep up. And so as I'm thinking, well, I don't have anything really new in this week, because I'm really kind of backing out a little, trying to put in some barriers in my own mind. And I know I've talked about this in the past, setting limits, saying, I'm not going to spend more than X amount of dollars. Been finding so many good deals on Amazon recently, under 15, that I'd mentioned I'm kind of making that my mental limit. And I got another one that I was unexpected, that'll be in any day now. I got a album for $11, which has been $20 or more. So, patience is what I'm doing, rather than jumping on pre-orders and stuff. But when it comes to these limited run ones through the smaller Christian labels, you can't wait. So I jumped on those, and now I'm, basically backing off on buying a lot of stuff. So I don't have a lot of stuff coming in. And then, okay, well, before I get into that, another thing that happened to me this past weekend, maybe you don't care, but hey, I'm sharing. This past weekend was my wife's birthday. And so I took the day off from work, and we went out geocaching. And if you've seen my other YouTube channel where I geocache, I do videos over there too. And I did a video for this one also. And we went geocaching out of the state park here. And when we returned, after, it was a good, I don't know, we walked about 5 miles, but it was more than 2 hours of hiking in the woods and geocaching. When we got back to the parking lot, somebody had smashed our car window and stolen my wife's pocketbook that was kind of hidden on the floor, probably not hidden as well as it should have been. Stole her pocketbook, smashed a window, got her, she had no cash in it, so they got nothing there, but they got, all of her car keys, and my car keys, and the house keys, and her driver's license, and her social security card, and all of her credit cards. Okay, take 2. Sorry for the interruption. Somebody had come through, needed to borrow something out of this room. So, what I was saying, basically, they broke in and they got her pocketbook. So it had all of her IDs and social security card and all of her credit cards and all of her key fobs and everything for the house and everything. So while there was no money in there, and I was able to while standing in the parking lot, cancel all the credit cards. By the time I got home, I had frozen her credit on all the credit bureaus. And since then, which has been 4 days now, she's gotten replacement credit cards in the mail. She's went to DMV and got a license. And we had to replace the window in the car. So that was an unexpected expense. So all of that to say, it's been a crazy week. And things were already tight because of all the limited run vinyls that I bought a couple weeks ago. And then that came in with the window and everything. I'm just like, I need to really back off, tighten the belt a little bit. But like I said, there's so many pre-orders that go on out there, and back in the day when you follow a lot less bands, it was easier to say, hey, I'm looking forward to the new so-and-so album that's going to come out in a month or two, and you really kind of had that in your mind and on your calendar that it was coming out and you were looking forward to it. But nowadays, for me at least, when you follow so many bands, it is sometimes hard. You pre-order an album, you're really looking forward to it, but weeks go by, you forget about it. So today in the mail, a couple came in that I pre-ordered weeks ago that I had forgotten about. I didn't realize that the time was upon us, so I thought I'm going to do a video. And again, these were bought months ago, so this was before all the craziness started. But so let's do that. So what came in the mail today was the new Michael Sweet solo album. Michael Sweet, of course, a Striper singer. And he's just an amazing guy because he's so full of music that he puts out a Striper album, and then months later puts out a solo album, and then a couple months later works with George Lynch and puts out a Sweet and Lynch album, and then he's always writing. So this album is called 10. This is his 10th solo album. I went ahead and this one did come out on vinyl, so I bought the vinyl, one of the, like a limited edition pack. This came with it's called the limited print collector's edition. I'll show you why. There's a picture that comes with it, but anyway, it's actually too big for one record, so they put in a 7-inch. So they got a 12-inch translucent evergreen and black splatter vinyl, and then a 7-inch translucent green, black, and white splatter. A download card and a bunch of other things. I have print number 196, which is printed on there. So let me show you this package real quick, and I'll tell you. So I got home. I've only heard one or two of the videos. I don't know how many tracks did he put out, 2 or 3, and they were good. But when you get the actual album in hand and you pop that needle down, I was blown away. How do these people that are these older, the older he gets, the better he gets. It just seems like I was blown away when first listened. I love the album. So anyway, the album itself has 10 songs. And I'm trying to make sure, look at that glare on there, glare no matter where I go. Okay, so, but then it comes with all of these extras. First, let me show you the vinyl. And let me tell you this. Okay, so this is the first time I've ever had this problem. The vinyl, of course, it comes, the record came in one, in this paper sleeve that's got the lyrics and everything. It was a bear getting the vinyl out of this paper sleeve. The static, I assume, I had to go in and get my wife to do it. I had to hold the vinyl. She had to pull the paper slowly, and I had to try to lift my hand in there, and I'm trying to, it was like it was glued in there. It took forever. Once I finally got it out, then I inserted one of my plastic sleeves down into this sleeve to keep it from doing that again. And here's the vinyl. It's a cool splatter, clear black and green splatter there. So that's real pretty. Then there is the 7-inch, and it's on a green, black, and white splatter. And it's got 2 songs in there. So the CD basically has 10 songs plus 2 bonus tracks, and so the vinyl is 10 songs plus 2 tracks. And then this is all the extras that came with it, and I'm not sure when they say limited print, I'm assuming this would be the print. So this is cool. It's basically an 8x10 picture of Michael. Very cool photo shoot. And on the back it's got the song titles. And see, it's got 10 songs plus the 2 they list as bonus tracks. And it's got, he always does has guest people on his album. So it's got Jeff Loomis of Arch Enemy. A lot of these people play guitar solos and stuff like that. Some of these people I don't really know. Gus G of Firewind, Rich Ward of Fozzy, Joe Hoekstra of Whitesnake, and he's been with all kinds of people, Night Ranger, stuff like that. And Joel worked with him on the last album too. They have a video and everything that did on that. Tracy Guns of LA Guns, and Todd LaTorre of Queensryche, and Andy James. So he appears on there. Actually, he's singing on that. And then this, I don't know, this is what I would call an album flat, but at first I thought maybe this is the print, but no, it's not. I mean, it's the album cover on one side and this very cool picture on the other. So that's, I guess just the bonus. And then this is different. So like I said, the insert, not the insert, the album insert there had the lyrics, but then it came with this book. It's almost like a little mini tour program, but not really. It's a book that's got the cover, and then it's got all of this. It's got the credits and everything, and then it's got all of this Japanese writing, and it tells you it was transcribed by somebody for the Japanese, and it's got pictures, more Japanese writing, same picture that was on the back there. Then it's got a couple more from these photo shoots, which are, kill that glare. Which way? Anyway, really cool pictures. Another picture, and then it's got the lyrics again for the song. So it's kind of like a lyric book that goes along with it. Yeah, and in the back. So that was a really nice little package deal. And like I say, I got home. I couldn't get it on fast enough. I was blown away. Now, the one thing I will say, I don't usually spend a lot of time. I know some people do, and you can criticize me in the comments below. When I get a brand new album, I know they say, you should still clean the album. It comes from the plant dirty. I don't have much of a hassle with that. I don't usually do a lot of cleaning, but this colored vinyl that came on has a lot of noise. Not the greatest production. I'm going to give it a good cleaning and see if that'll help it out. Also, that came along with it was a copy. They did a limited run of the previous album. It's on Rat Pack Records, the same as the other one. They released this on vinyl in a limited number. And this one says print number 49. I don't know how many exactly there were of this. Tough thing about this is another album that had 12 tracks. This is a limited edition vinyl pressing, 10 tracks. So you are missing 2 tracks, but hey, I've got the CD and it's got them. This is just on black vinyl. Doesn't have the lyrics. It's got the credits and then the logo from that album, and it's just on the black. Again, I didn't have as hard of a time getting this one up, and I did put a plastic sleeve in there just to be sure. It's got the custom labels. The plastic sleeve really helps with the static and makes it easy to do. And I like the way that it'll fit right in there without crunching, so it's really well done there. Yeah, so it doesn't have any extras, no credits, no lyrics, no download card. So it's kind of a bare bones release, but happy to have it. So those are the 2 newest things that prompted me to, hey, let's jump on and do this video. I did have 2 other things that had come in, and these again are going to be releases that I have been watching Amazon, and they came in under usually my $15 limit. I got the self-titled Michael Schenker album. This is the era I really like, the first few albums, and I have 3 other ones, and so this one fills the gap. I think I need one more in there to have all the ones in the beginning that I want, aside from the One Night of Buddha kind of stuff that I really want to get. So I grabbed this. This is the reissue. Sounds great, and the price dropped to I think it was like $14 or something. No, maybe that was even less. Okay, so then last week I'm watching a video by Scott Waters, and he's showing albums that he's got and blah 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 blah, and then he says he mentions this one. He also mentioned this in his video today, I think too, but for a different reason. Narnia. This is the newest Narnia, From Darkness to Light. Now I've been kind of keeping my eye on this on some of the other labels, some of the other people that carry it, and it usually runs $24. It's an import, runs about $24. So I had been kind of had it on my wish list, but didn't jump on it. And then Scott says, "Hey, I picked this up the other day, blah blah blah, and it was on Amazon, and it was like under $15." And I said, "What?" I didn't even look for it on Amazon, so I went and jumped over there real quick. Sure enough, $14, made to buy. Boom. So I grabbed this. Again, it's an import, self-release from the band. I don't think there's it's cool gatefolds, even though it's a single album. Very nice picture of the band. Similar to the last one, which I picked up their last album on vinyl a couple months ago, and I'm not gonna fight with that. Just on black vinyl, custom labels. Got an insert with the lyrics. So yeah, so that was great to have for such a reduced price. So that was all for now that I wanted to show. Mainly the Micro Suite. I just like I say, I've listened to both of them when I got home and just love it. But I was going to show my 7 inches, but I think I'm going to separate that into a separate video, even though I now have a new one with the Micro Suite 7 inch. But I'm going to show that because I've only got about less than 20. I'm not one that collects a lot of those, but I'll do that next time. Thank you for watching. Rock on. Check out Micro Suite. Don't get turned off by him being singer for Striper or the Christian guy. The songs are really great, and it's just anyway, I'll stop. Thanks for watching. Rock on.